In this video, we will discuss navigating 3D models. If you'd like to follow along with this video, please open the file navigating3dmodels.dwg located in the Working Files folder as discussed in the Working with this Dataset video. Let's first talk about basic AutoCAD zooming. The same AutoCAD zooming you do in 2D, you do in 3D as well. So to zoom into your design, simply move your cursor to the area you want to zoom and wheel towards the screen. To zoom out, you simply wheel towards yourself. It's that simple. To pan, you hold the middle mouse button down and you pan left or right. A little trick here in case you're not aware of it, to do a zoom extent, you can do a double middle click and that will perform a zoom extent as well, which is pretty cool. Let's talk about some basic rotating of the view in 3D. This is called orbiting. To do a quick little orbit without activating any command, hold the Shift key down on the keyboard and hold the middle mouse button down as if you were about to pan, and then you will rotate or orbit your view. Notice that if I orbit all the way to the top, it does not allow me to orbit anymore. The same thing applies if I orbit down, I can no longer orbit down past the top view. Again, that's called orbiting. Let's talk about something called the steering wheel. The steering wheel is located in the View tab in the Navigate panel, but if you're not seeing the Navigate panel, as I always say regarding the interface, when in doubt, right-click. Go to Show Panels and toggle on Navigate. And here's the steering wheel and other navigation tools. That said, all your navigation tools can be accessed on the navigation window located in every single viewport within AutoCAD. So if we go ahead and click on the steering wheel, you'll notice you get this steering wheel option right here at your cursor. So the steering wheel works a little bit backwards than what you might be used to when working in a CAD drawing. The way it works with any of the different tools like center, walk, look, up, down, etc. is you have to click the left mouse button and hold it down to activate and use that option. So let's talk about centering. If I click and hold the left mouse button down, notice that as I move my cursor outside of where there's any graphics, the circle is showing an invalid option. If I start to hover near objects, you'll see it activates automatically. So what you do is, again, I'm holding the left mouse button down and then you let go. It centers the view across that area. So let's talk about walking. You click the walk button and hold the mouse button down. So I'm not releasing the left mouse button. This allows you to walk your design. It's a pretty cool way of actually seeing your 3D model. Now to move up or down, while you're dragging, you simply move the arrows down or up and keep moving the left mouse button to get to the location where you want. Again, if you release the arrow keys, you'll simply move left, right, backwards, and forwards. Again, release to get back to the steering wheel. You also have the look option. Again, left click and hold, and you can just look left, right, up, or down from the viewpoint that you're at. You then have the standard orbit one, which we just talked about previously. The one I really like is this rewind one here. This rewind one is like a VCR. It allows you to rewind all the views that you have just oriented the drawing with. And it's pretty fast depending on how good your graphics card is. So as you can see here, I'm able to rewind to the view that I wanted to from the beginning of the actual command. That's a pretty cool functionality. And of course you have the panning, which is just basic AutoCAD panning. Again, left clicking and holding the mouse button down to activate these different options here. If you right click, you'll notice you have a different set of options available within the steering wheel tool. To exit completely, simply press the escape key and that will put you back to the default command line. Let's talk about named views. A named view is basically a snapshot of an orientation of your drawing and a layer snapshot as well. So what layers are on, off, frozen, or thawed? Named views are accessed in the Home tab and then the View panel here. If we look at the drop down here, you'll see I have some named views. The named views will be listed above. You also have these standard isometric views like top, bottom, left, right, front, back, etc. that you can access as well. If you click on the named view here, you will see that automatically your view is restored with the named view's orientation, layer snapshot, visual style, etc. Named views are nothing magical. A named view called Camera 1 was created when a camera was created previously in this drawing. If we click the named view drop down again, you'll see we have an overall one here, which basically changes the visual style and everything else and puts your view above the design. Again, these were created for you prior to opening the drawing file. Another way to access the named views, and actually a little bit easier, is in the view controls within the drawing view. If you look at custom model views, Here are those two named views, and here are the default views as well. We'll discuss named views in greater detail in a future video. There are many ways to quickly navigate around your 3D models.